All right, just a short video today because I've got something very cool I want to share with you guys. You may think this doesn't apply to you initially because it's very specific, but there's something larger at work here that I hope will eventually evolve to benefit the entire gaming industry. So today my guy Joe over at GadgetryTech releases his new pad design in conjunction with Wicked Cushions, and I couldn't be happier for him. Joe's a guy I found because we work in similar lanes. I really respected his work, and then it turned out he's just a really great person in general, and we become really good friends over the past year or so. To be clear, this is not a recolor or a new graphic design or a signature version of one of Wicked Cushions' existing products. Joe designed this thing from scratch over months and countless prototypes and material samples, and Wicked Cushions is leveraging their manufacturing and distribution to help make this a reality. This first pad is called the Stealth Z, or simply the Stealth Pad, and it's intended specifically for the Arctis Nova Pro Wireless. It's velour, it's breathable, it's super thick, very comfortable. This pad was designed to accomplish three main things: improve the long wear comfort, reduce the possibility of listening fatigue over long sessions, and specifically tune the EQ to be more effective at FPS games. Joe is a really humble guy by nature, but the reason why he was the man for this job is because he really knows his stuff. He was the first content creator to address the idea that putting Wicked Cushions on a headset affected the sound. It's easy to see the aesthetic change or feel the comfort difference, but pad swapping definitely affects the tuning of a headset or a headphone, and sometimes you have to EQ things to get them back to their best. He didn't just say, yeah, these affect the sound. He provided measurements, visuals, and instructions on how to EQ them. Here's what the stock pads on the Arctis Nova Pro Wireless look like on a graph, and here's what these new stealth pads look like running a stock EQ so you can visualize the difference. See, the pads get us most of the way in boosting the frequencies we need to pick out subtle details, but a nice EQ will polish things the rest of the way. As I'm mainly a COD player, that's what we'll focus on today, and there's four parts of this system that come together to provide what I think is the best wireless headset experience I've had for COD multiplayer so far. So we'll need an Arctis Nova Pro Wireless, obviously, the stealth pads, a license for Dolby Atmos headphone, and the free SteelSeries sonar software for the custom parametric EQ that sits on top of all this. You don't have to do anything manually. You can just click the link down in the description for the EQ and it will auto import to sonar. Most of my testing was done on Modern Warfare 3, but I'll add another link down in the description when he's finished with his official Black Ops 6 tuning that you can use for that game. Joe develops these game-specific tunings over hours and hours of trial and error, and then over on SquigLink, he provides that curve and then shows you how you can adjust your own headphone or IEM to get as close as possible. He just dropped a video about this process, and if you're into this, it's super interesting. Not only does he address the whole pay-to-win audio thing in that video, but he also, for free, shows you how to get the best results for whatever you're using. It's not specifically for these pads or the Arctis or whatever. I can't tell you what an insane difference it makes to play an FPS game with an EQ that's specifically for your game and your hardware. This setup is designed to be run with active noise cancellation on, not only for the isolation, but also for the bass lift that most people prefer. You'll get a leaner sound if you turn active noise cancellation off. The beauty part is that because these are a breathable fabric, you get most of the benefits of the ANC, but without that pressure or plunger effect you can sometimes get. These pads are also thick enough to where that big ANC nub in the early copies of the Arctis won't bother you even over time. The most recent version of this headset has a greatly reduced nub in there, but either way you go, you're covered. At the end of the day, it's replacement pads, so it's not a ton of stuff to dig into, but they're super comfortable, they're made very well, and they sound incredible in game. He knocked it out with these. If you already own an Arctis Nova Pro Wireless, these are, for me, an absolute no-brainer. Now, should you feel pressured to go out and drop $300+ on a new wireless system if you're running something different? No. Absolutely not. Most wired audiophile headphones and IEMs have better channel matching than these do anyway. The reason why Joe started here is because the Arctis has a lot of things going for it that make it a really good base, and it's one of the best-selling wireless headsets. Because Wicked Cushions already has the designs to fit basically every headset or headphone out there, it'd be real easy for Joe to just clone stamp this design for everything that's on the market, but he's not going to do that. Every future pad will be custom acoustically tuned for that specific piece of hardware, so if this is successful, in time you'll have a pad out there that fits whatever you're using. So surely these cost a fortune, right? Because an influencer's involved. No, these cost $29.95, right in line with the rest of the premium offerings from Wicked Cushions. So check these out if they fit a need for you. Absolutely no pressure from me, but definitely go check out Joe's content if you haven't already. His knowledge is insane. He's basically the gamer's nexus of gaming audio. But I think the biggest thing that really excites me here is that I truly believe that physical products that service the community are the way forward for content creators. I mean, don't you want to buy a product from somebody who really does this every day, really games for hours a day, sees and audits every product that comes to market, really does deep testing? I do. If you're seeing this video, these pads are live now. Link is down in the description. This is a trial run to see how the market responds to this. So there's 1,000 pieces of these available. I think people are gonna go crazy once they get these in hand. Major congrats again to Joe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay up.